You guys ready to have some fun?
Yeah, smiling.
Ready to smile? You guys want to start with some smiles?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's hold for a couple. All right. Maybe that was a proper amount of time for the intro. Maybe he's already ran the intro card.
Do you think so?
Maybe we're coming back. We
All
won't know.
right.
Like in 3. Hey guys,
Hey.
welcome to
Hi.
a special edition Table Talk on the
Why is it
SourceFed channel.
special?
It's special because we're going to be at VidCon this week, and our producers took all of our lights and all of our other shooting equipment, so this is the only place that we can shoot. So we're doing a Table Talk for you.
What a not efficient way to express anger, like throwing your glasses out your face.
Now you can't see.
No. Oh, hold
It just
on.
ruins everything.
Hold on.
Now I'm angry and handicapped.
So as you guys know, you submit your suggestions via hashtag Table Talk on the Twitters and the subreddit SourceFed on the Reddits, and you've done that, and we put them in the bowl, and now we're going to take one out, and we're going to talk about it. I'm Joe Beretta.
Oh, I'm Lee Newton.
Hi, I'm Elliot Morgan.
There we go. Here we go.
I'm a half a dinosaur today.
Half a dinosaur. Her daddy was the dinosaur. Her mother was the human. They cross-mingled. It wasn't
That's all
socially
love.
acceptable, but now we have a Lee.
It's like a mermaid, but not
Yeah.
it's half a dinosaur.
But I can't do anything cool like swim in the ocean.
Yeah, but you can do other cool things like walk.
Oh!
Kind of, but it
Mermaids,
seems like
right?
she got...
Sucks to be them.
She kind of got the less cool half of the dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of convincing with men.
Okay, so from Frozen Memories from the Reddits, they ask, what is one thing that is not socially acceptable that you wish was?
What a fun question. First of all, I want to throw this to Peter Dinklage. Because I feel like there's a lot of things that he wants to be socially acceptable.
Do
and
you
there
wish
are-
that throwing Peter Dinklage was socially
Yeah,
acceptable?
I wish having a
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage. Or just to give dissertations because he's the most eloquent
Hold
guy.
on,
He is
it's
very
not
eloquent.
your turn to talk, Elliot. Let me pass you the Peter Dinklage.
I feel like anytime I have an argument that I don't want to get into, I should be like, hold on, I actually have a Peter Dinklage here
Oh, okay,
that can give you all of
Yeah.
my opinions way more succinctly.
He just needs 5 minutes and a little bit of your attention.
Okay.
What is? Let me just sit. Can I sit? Will you stay, Peter? Thank you.
I think across the board at the SourceFeds, because it's already acceptable here, but not outside of the walls, which we all find really
quickly.
is farting in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
We'd
find
all
it,
be a lot more comfortable, and we'd all laugh a lot more.
Yeah, and it probably would just be okay. I find that, honestly, if I'm on a different set and I've been here for days, and then I'm literally like, well, the thing about it is that blah, 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 and people are just like,
And it's just everybody else in the room
That's-
just stops and stares.
no one knows how to deal with it, and then you have to go oh, I'm not
Did Lee
at
just...
SourceFed.
Not only is it not socially acceptable, but it's actually not good to do around your wife. And that's because
She doesn't appreciate that.
No, not at all. And she'll be like, you spend too much time at work. And I'm like, I'm not arguing. But here you go.
Okay, so let's get the farts out of the way.
Farts
What's
out of the
another
way.
answer? Killing a man? That'd be nice.
That'd be nice, too.
nice.
Especially
So, is
socially.
that what's stopping us? It just doesn't look good in public
Honey, I
when you
really
start
wanted
killing
to kill
people.
the Johnsons
No,
down
I
the block, but I was worried that the
understand.
Thompsons
No.
were going to look at me funny
No.
on Monday.
Imagine what's socially acceptable when you get behind the wheel of a car. Everything, all bets are off at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Besides the farting, because no one's sees it happen or feels it or smells it. There's the sense I was looking for. But driving around and cursing at people and cutting people off.
I already do it
that's
all the time.
barbarian type level.
Well, and I feel like I'm a pretty level-headed person, except for behind the wheel of a car. I literally turn into I'll kill you immediately and your family, everyone you love. Ugh,
Isn't it
murder.
amazing how much anger you get by yourself? If there's somebody else in the car, you kind of keep it contained. But if you're by yourself,
Yes.
you're
Oh, yeah.
screaming at no
It's
one.
also a weird thing of a simple. We were talking about this yesterday with friends. A simple wave will get you from "I'll kill you" to
Oh, he's been my buddy. Oh no, dude, we've known each other for years. Yeah, absolutely. You
the
didn't
weird
almost
thing, if
just kill
someone
me.
cuts you off and then is a dick about it, I'm like, I'll kill you. And then if someone cuts you off and is like, oh God, I'm sorry.
I
I'm
do
like,
that all the time.
you didn't know.
But I know when I do it though that I'm not being friendly. I'll be like, whatever. And then I'll be like, kaboom, kaboom, I'm your friend. And then people behind me be like, it's cool. And I'm like, manipulated. You know,
I
the
got
one
you.
I wish was not socially or legal for that matter is not picking out my dog's crap when I.
Oh, you
my
wish
dog.
you could just leave
and,
it steaming.
And I understand that I should, and I
Yeah,
do it.
it's your
But
duty.
I worked in an animal hospital. I've picked up more poop than anybody should have to pick up in their life, and I feel like I've put into the bank of poop picking up, and now
Oh man,
I should
wait
be
till you
taking
have
deposits
kids.
of rudeness.
Oh man,
yeah.
I know.
Man, it's gonna be good times
A lot
for
of
you.
poop there. A lot of poop there.
There's a lot of poop there.
That's when,
poop
yeah.
there.
And then the other one is just I wish in line I could just step in front of people. I wish I could just be like,
Everybody would just be stepping in front of one another.
Yeah.
no. Do you guys Do you mind? Thanks.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, if this is socially acceptable, I think I'll just go right here. There we go.
Yeah, that's a camouflage bear.
That's a camouflage bear.
And this is why we have rules in society.
Yeah. Okay. Moving
sure.
on. Next one.
I'm going. I don't know. Oh, it's a thin one.
You guys want to see me shoot this water? Do it.
Yeah, go.
Oh, bro! No, you didn't. We're going to the sorority.
Did you like that, Peter?
We're going to the sorority tonight.
I'm sorry, guys.
What'd you do to everybody's
That's fair.
phones?
Just electronics.
Good lord.
I don't know how to shoot
I like
things.
this. No, I think this is a good idea. This is a great plan. Keep going with that water pickup plan
Hold on,
that
here
you
we
have
go.
going.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Just keep talking. Act like nothing important happened.
Okay,
this
so
for-
how was your first experience learning how to
What are you
drive?
talking about? Go ahead.
I know this sounds really dark, but I genuinely thought you were gonna go. Hold on. You guys,
You guys know we could do that?
Jesus,
We can do that.
Morgan.
All right, next one.
Okay.
From who?
How were your first experience from the polar bear from Lost?
Yo, what happened to that thing?
He joined Reddit and he's submitting the table talk.
How were your first experience learning how to drive? Actually, this might be the polar bear from Lost. How were your first experience?
I'm really interested.
How were your first experiences learning how to drive?
Go. How are yours?
My first one is actually a great story. My mother, who she's one of the smartest women I know. She's amazing and wonderful. She did teach me right and left wrong because she was sitting across from me. And so to date, it trips me up. But
Do you ever
she
do the
taught
L
me.
thing?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do it constantly. I
Which
feel
one?
like
Oh,
an
L,
idiot.
left.
I'm an almost 30-year-old woman that's like.
I do that sometimes, the right and left thing. I'll be like, hold on. Wait
Yeah.
for it. What do you do that, Peter?
Whoop. Whoop.
Peter does it all the time.
Peter's just always staring left up into the sky.
No, my mom decided to teach me, like, on a whim. I think she's like, you know what, let's get you in the car.
It's
Let's teach
time.
you how to drive. And we live on a huge hill that, like, there's death on either side of us. And she decided to teach me how to
Fire
drive a
pit
stick
on
shift.
the right.
Yeah.
Spikes of doom on the left.
Pretty much. Moat of
Welcome to
alligators in the
Yosemite.
front. Welcome to Yosemite. But she decided to do a stick shift, which is like a really hard thing to learn. And so she taught me the pedals wrong too. So she was like, here's the gas, here's the brake, here's the clutch. And I was like, cool, this sounds easy. There's a garden in our front yard. And she goes, okay, and just ease off the clutch. And I jam into the gas.
There was a garden in your front
a garden
yard.
in our front yard. And I jam onto the gas, and she goes, break it, break it, break it. I'm thinking I'm breaking it this entire time, and I'm plowing through the garden. And she's like, break it! And then finally I'm just like, nah! And I just let go, and if you let go of a clutch car, it just kind of stalls out, you know? But I literally plowed through the garden, so much so that my dad came home, and he was like, why is the car in the garden?
We won't eat this winter.
I think one of the big things about driving that you don't realize is one of the most important things. You learn like the mechanics of it, but I think a big thing is reflexes and actually making decisions. Like even if you make a bad decision, it's usually good to just make that decision very quickly so you can adjust accordingly.
Yep.
And when I was learning to drive, my dad took me, and my dad is has a patience level sometimes that's not the best, and so we were going and there was this ditch and on the left side, and I was supposed to turn left, and I was so stupid, my brain like shorted out, and I was supposed to take a left. I missed the turn, but then I was like, rather than like keep driving, I was like, no, it's Peter, I'm sorry, Peter, but rather than keep driving, I like veered left like a moron and like just drove into the ditch like an idiot. Like there was no reason for it. I just went, oh no, oh, and my dad's freaking out, and that's stressing me out, and I'm stressing him out, and then I just was like, nah. And like I think I went like comatose, and like I had a coma for a couple of seconds, and I wound up just like stopping in the wrong direction in a little tiny ditch.
That's funny. I don't have any good learning to drive stories. I taught myself how to drive
When he was
I bought
9
a car.
years old.
And I bought a truck.
He built
It
it.
was a stick, and I was like, I gotta learn how to drive it. So I just drove it to work, and that's how I learned to drive a stick. But I got a good learning how to ride a bike
Joe
story.
Beretta, of course.
Which was my dad. He just threw me on the bike without the training wheels for the first time, and he ran with me on the side, and he let me go. And I was like, I'm doing it, Peter! Peter Pan was there, and I kept going, and I was going at the end of our road. It curves. It doesn't just stop. So I didn't know how to turn. and there's a telephone pole.
And you didn't know how to look in
And
front
it's
of you either.
I don't know if you guys know the feeling of looking at a telephone pole for about 100 yards knowing that you're going to hit it. It's like, I'm doing it! I'm also gonna die! Poof, donk, donk, bam.
That's like that.
I just love the like turn.
Yep, tap.
Turn.
I'm willing it to not. But
I
it's
wish
gonna.
I knew how to veer left in that moment.
We should be like Elliot and go into a comatose moment and just land into a ditch.
I'm going. I'm learning.
All right.
I'm gonna die. All right, last one.
Okay, we're gonna do this. It's gonna
Last
be
one,
good.
real quick.
Okay. Scotty Sag said,
Oh.
who is one person in any industry that you wish you could collaborate or work with?
Man, that's such a tough question on the fly.
I know.
My go-to is always Dave Grohl, and this isn't even a music thing. He's just so funny
Yeah, he
and
is.
charming and handsome and make out withable
Oh.
that you put him in anything, and it just seems to elevate the project. So if we put Dave Grohl at this table or in a
It'd be wonderful.
in an internet video or
Someone
anything,
get
it would
us
just
Dave
be
Grohl.
fun. And I kind of look at it like that. I'd love to be directed by like David Fincher,
Yeah.
maybe a
yeah.
Steven Spielberg. Pull out that character, give me a good performance.
For
I would
sure.
go. I would do John Mulaney.
That'd be
I
fun.
would do Donald Glover.
Yeah.
I would do. David Fincher's a really good one.
Yeah.
As far as like acting goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a. I mean, I love
Beck.
everything Beck. Beck.
Beck.
No, it's amazing. No, I don't know. I love everything that like I love Tarantino and I love everything that
Tarantino
he does.
would be
and
really
I
fun,
feel
too.
like he does amazing things.
I feel like
and
Tarantino.
pulls a lot out of his.
I couldn't
actors.
take Tarantino serious long
But
enough.
that's
No,
the
of
point.
course, that's the whole
Tarantino
point, but,
does
like-
camp,
Yeah.
though. That's
Yeah.
the best part. You can be
Yeah.
campy and violent and be
Yeah,
great.
and
Just
I
be
feel
fun.
like he still like is like such a kid with his films in the sense that he's so elated with them. So I kind of would want to be a part of that. And he just does really great things in that sense. But yeah, I think it'd be and Aaron Sorkin. I would literally if Aaron Sorkin was like, okay, well I wrote you a monologue. It's about poop. I'd be like, fantastic.
Great. Is it a walk and talk?
Is it a walk? Can
Is
I
it
do
all-
that?
Of course, it's a
Two
walk
word
and talk. Who
sentences?
are you?
Is it-
Okay.
Croc! I'm Aaron Sorkin!
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Let's walk and
know-
talk about this.
You know what's funny about Aaron Sorkin? Aaron Sorkin, in my opinion, looks exactly like what you would imagine Aaron
Yes!
Sorkin to look like. If you were
No.
like, what does he look like? I don't know what this person. You Google and be like, that's exactly.
Yeah,
what's in my
exactly.
mind.
Ooh, okay, another one. In the world of improv, if I could do a scene with Colin Mockery and Ryan Stiles,
Yeah.
my head would explode.
Yeah.
You would just be in the.
I would
And then they would make it funny.
I know that I'd be an idiot the whole time, though. I would know that I'd just be in the background like, this is
Yeah.
so funny.
That's
Oh,
so
get
good.
in there, Lee.
They're
Like,
so good. You're so tall. You're so bald.
so
I love
good.
it.
You're
It's
so
so
funny.
good.
Joan Kale.
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of people that I would dream collaborate with.
It'd be fun.
Darren Aronofsky, because he does unreal things with his
He
actors.
does cool stuff too.
Lil
You
Wayne.
know?
Yeah,
Oh,
no
you know,
way.
2 Chainz probably. If we're gonna be perfectly
We just want them to
honest.
get in for like a guest verse. We're
Yeah,
doing a table
2
talk.
Chainz,
We get them in. They
Lil
they drop their
Wayne.
verse and then they just leave.
Obama.
Oh,
collaborate
Barack Obama.
Obama.
Who would you?
That is a good one.
This is actually a good question. Who
Yeah.
would you guys in any industry collaborate with? And tell us down in the comment section down below. But don't just say names. Also
No.
say why.
Yeah, please.
What's the benefit?
Enthrall us.
Yeah.
Oprah
With
Winfrey.
your tail on.
Why?
Because she'll give me free shit.
Mainly.
I get a car.
And a trip to Australia, and you get a car, and you
You
get a
get a
car.
car.
That's such a
You don't get a car. I don't like your
I know.
face.
Well, could you imagine being that one?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Oprah. You just happen
fair.
to also be the only white person in the audience.
That's
Ooh,
fair.
oh, he, oh, did I? Ooh. Okay. Anyways, you guys, thanks for watching Table
Yeah.
Talk. As always, submit your questions and whatnots at hashtag Table Talk on Twitter and the subreddit SourceFed on the Reddits. I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Lee Newton.
I'm Elliot Morgan. I'm Peter Dinklage.
Why don't we
Look
do a
at him.
little close up on Peter
Peter.
for our little out here.
Peter.
Peter
Dinklage,
Dinklage, Peter
Dinklage,
Dinklage, Peter
Dinklage,
Dinklage, Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage.
Where are your children? Super creepy.